Hello friends, Savle here, welcome back to my blind playthrough of Planescape Torment. This is episode 24 or something. Anyway, that's not important. The important thing is that we finally made our way to Pharod. Not quite to Pharod, mind you, but I'm actually hoping that will change in this episode. So we've met a few of the strange denizens of this kind of underground part of the city. And they're a weird bunch, to say the least. We met Marta, the seamstress, who stuck in my mind the most, and she was frankly just a terrifying person to come across. I never really want to meet her again, in-game or in real life. And we then got the quest to return Uhir's lucky knife. A collector named Uhir says he lost his lucky knife down in the catacombs beneath Sigil, or Sigil. Hey, I reverted to my previous pronunciation. That hasn't happened in a while. Beneath Sigil. He stabbed a ghoul in the eyes with it and fled. If I happen across it, I just might bring it back to him. I just might indeed. Now, well, it depends on how lucky the knife is. You know, if it's quite lucky, I might keep it for myself or for one of my current or future companions. We also have to recover Ku Yin's number from Radine. A strange little man has asked me to get his name and number back from Radine, the woman who stole them from him. He seems to regard the name and number as a kind of security against the chaos of the cosmos. And here we go again with the theme of the power of the name, which I keep droning on about in every episode, it seems like. Then again, it seems quite relevant to this world. At this point, I should probably just read up on it on Wikipedia or something to vary my commentary a bit, because my knowledge of the power of the name is a bit limited. Alright, Radine, the woman who stole them from him. Not sure if we know Radine, but presumably we will get to know her eventually. Now, here we are on the map. We've been to all these houses. We met Quint, and we made Ojo or Ojo. I'm still not sure how to pronounce that. You know, my Spanish training kind of leads to me pronouncing it in the way of the Spanish pronunciation. And I think the entrance to Pharod's Court is actually the only place left. Although, what is this little place? No, I think we actually ran away from that place at the end of the previous episode. So maybe we should go there just briefly. The issue, of course, is that two of my companions are not doing so well on health, including Mort the heavy hitter, Mort the god, Mort the immortal or nigh immortal being. So, well, the good news is that these thugs are actually running away from us because because Mort managed to mess them up pretty well last time. We have these buried village guards who I kind of think they won't look too kindly on us trying to get into this place, but I don't know. We'll see. Morale failure, run. Huh. What was that? Mort definitely did something there to damage the guy's morale. Interesting. And we have this thug. We might as well chase him down then again, though this is a pretty big place, so I could try Mort's Litany of Curses ability, which I've been hearing so much about in the comment section. But I don't know if this is the best time, you know? Taunt an opponent into lowering his guard and attacking. You know what? Let's just try it. Why not? Let's see what this actually does.
Slattern.
Well, I don't think that worked. Huh. Slattern.
I'm gone.
Alright, well, regardless, the enemies are away. Let's talk to these guards, just to make sure I'm not breaking any laws if I try to get through this gate. The guard gives you a once-over with bored, half-closed eyes. If you want to use the gate, Barr's your cutter. He nods towards Barr, standing in front of the gate. If not, then leave me be, will you? He looks away from you. Not the friendly sort now, is he? Well, I guess there's no other option than to leave, but This doesn't seem to be closed per se. Never mind, it does. It does seem to be locked. And they probably wouldn't look on me kindly if I tried to open it. I seem to have heard about something about that if containers are not locked, you are pretty much free to open and loot them, right? But if something is locked, you better be ready for the consequences. I think that's something you guys told me in the comment section, so I'll try to keep that in mind. All right, let's go inside. I kind of wish we had an opportunity to rest here. Oh well. Pharod's Hoard. Ooh, what is this? This looks like some... These look like some cracks in the ground. And some sort of purplish stuff is shining through. Some purplish, maybe lava-like substance. Although lava is not purple, so I'm not sure why I'm thinking of lava in particular. Maybe something a bit more magical. A bit more fantasy-like. What are these? These look like old carpets, honestly. I'm not sure what I'm supposed to be interpreting these as. Huh. Lots of junk here in this old place. I guess that's appropriate, since junk is what got us here in the first place. Alright, nothing to see here, it seems. Now, my question is, if I die here, for whatever reason... Oh. That's Pharod over there. And he looks... Huh. He looks, like an old man. With a walking stick and all.
I don't trust the Gith. I say we leave him behind.
Oh, come on, Mort. He's been with us for so long. That's such a shitty thing to say at this point. Well, that's the sort of dialogue you write if you want your party of companions to be a bit more interesting, you know, instead of just everyone getting along like they agree on everything. Anyway, what was I saying before I saw Pharod? I'm honestly not sure, so it probably wasn't that important. Alright, let's just explore this place. So what is this here? So, if I remember correctly, this place is underneath Sigil, or at least, like, in a lower part of Sigil, let's say. So these are presumably some ruins that came down here, maybe. Seeing a lot of interesting things. Okay, this looks like a throne, which matches, obviously, the description of this place as a court. So is Pharod like the king of the underworld? I mean, that makes a lot of sense, and actually it's quite literal, the underworld description. So he's the king of this sort of... I mean, we know that he has his own collector faction, so he's the king of that, but I suppose this faction is somehow associated with the underground sort of people in this world. Anyway, I'm rambling at this point. Let's talk to Pharod after 24 episodes. Before you is an elderly man leaning heavily upon a crutch. His left leg is twisted as if he tried to walk 2 directions at once and paid the price. Oh, that's a lovely description. Love it, that is so cool. His maggoty-colored skin is bunched heavily upon his skull and his skull and is flecked with liver spots. He is mumbling and smacking his lips as his eyes make a circuit of the room. Ignore the man explore the room. Well, we've done that already.
Updated my journal.
Aha! The man's eyes light up as he hears your voice. Didn't my steady cropper Jing come to Pharod's waiting arms again? Greetings, corpse. He smiles a wicked grin. Have you come to ask Pharod for another jaunt into the mortuary walls? Another jaunt into the mortuary walls. Oh yeah, that's what I've been saying. I was wondering that if I die here, am I going to appear all the way up there in the mortuary? Presumably, yes. Another jaunt into the mortuary walls. Well, I'm not sure. Do I want to come back to the mortuary right now? I will probably want to come back at some point, but no. No, I'm here to ask you some questions that only you can answer, but the other option is, yes, I've returned. Are the arrangements all in order? Ah. So we get to pretend like nothing has happened. Hmm. Okay. Maybe... Let's not go for that. I've come for information. I've been told that you know something about me. Knows something about you. The light in Pharod's eyes dims. He studies you, mumbling slightly as his eyes flicker up and down your frame. Corpse? No? Yes? His eyes meet yours. Ah! No. Okay, so, hang on, what's he saying here? So I could be... Okay, so my theory. I'm not even sure if I should say it because it's maybe gonna sound stupid because it could be something that I already should have figured out or it could be something that's completely off the mark. But I feel like there are sort of two states to the nameless one. You know, one is a mindless corpse, basically Pharod's someone to do Pharod's bidding in whatever he requires, and one is like aware, conscious, you know, their own person, which is what I am right now. So I think the option I had before was to pretend that I'm just his puppet, and this is him trying to decide which it is right now. And I'm wondering, okay, so first of all, the difference. How does it come about? Like, what makes it? What makes me one and not the other? You know. And also, like, what sort of bidding do I do for him? What is our working relationship, so to speak? I'm not sure. I'm sure all of this will be answered in due time, and that due time might be coming, like, now. Pharod, what is it? Pharod studying you with a dead-even gaze. "'Tisn't a mummer's fair, corpse. No time for games, no time for Pharod to play the wheel. What are you asking such questions for?" I have forgotten myself, and I was told to seek you out, that you would know something of me. Well, okay, that's the more open option. That's the truth. That's the whole truth. This is also the truth, but it's not the whole truth, you know? So how far do I want to trust this guy? I don't think I want to trust him very far, to be honest. I think I'll keep this to myself for as long as I can, but again, it could be that I'm not gonna be able to keep it for myself or to myself for much longer. I need answers, Pharod. I was told you could provide them. Eh. Pharod licks his lips. They make a rasping sound like dry parchment on sand. Now who told you such a thing, corpse? Well, okay, let's be more specific then. Well, no one told me exactly. There were these tattoos on my back. They told me to seek you out, if I ever forgot myself. No. The difference isn't between me with a consciousness or not a consciousness. It's actually between me knowing what I do for Pharod and me forgetting. That's right, that's what this is. Never mind. Ah, so little said, so much told. Pharod falls silent, and suddenly you have a feeling that Pharod is dissecting you like a corpse on a mortuary slab. I know much you would know. Much, yes. Much indeed. Pharod smiles slowly, the folds of flesh on his face peeling back like a curtain. What do you know of me, then? Pharod licks his lips, then settles himself upon his crutch like a vulture. No, not free the question you ask. His pasty white hands tap the edge of his crutch. Much I can tell you, but the telling has a cost. I'm not sure why I gave him a lisp. I don't think that was in the original description, but it just seems to fit so well. You know, it's kind of a distinctive voice for someone like me who is not practiced in, voice acting at all. This is an easy way to make this character feel sort of unique, you know? These descriptions are telling me not to trust him, aren't they? There are so many ways that the game is telling me not to do it, like or not to trust him. The rasping sound, okay. Dissecting like a corpse. That's so obvious. Peeling back like a curtain. He's obviously hiding so much. Like a vulture. Again, this is someone who has been stepping on people's backs or over people's backs or whatever the English idiom goes like. I'm not sure. This is someone who has been ruling over people and making them do his bidding for his entire life, what it seems like. And it's just a fountain of mysteries and secrets and dark secrets which, if anyone should ever learn, they would not survive for very long, let's say. This is clearly a dangerous man. And right now, I have no choice but to indulge him and listen to the cost that he places on the information I've requested. Go on, Pharod. Pharod taps the flagstones with his crutch and sneers. This village is not all that lies buried beneath Ratbicker's squares. Yes? Chambers, vaults, corridors, filled with the dead, all asleep in their coffins. Somewhere in those halls, somewhere there, lies something misplaced. Something mine. Well? A small thing, a trinket. Such a trifle. As Pharod speaks, his words start echoing as if two people were speaking. Okay, I can't very well do that. You know you've heard them before, from your own lips. Hang on, he didn't say that. That's still the description. You know you've heard them before from your own lips. Oh, that's so fun. It's a sphere, made of bronze, ugly, feels like an egg to the touch, and it smells of rotten custard. Am I right? Is this some sort of super powerful item? Sure, let's repeat the words, unless this is like gonna trigger something in me. More to Dakon, if this does anything to me, kill him, and me, maybe, too. I don't know. Pharod falls deathly silent for a moment, then nods. Yes. How much do you hide from me, corpse? He chuckles. Did you return to see if I remember what it is I want? Well, why don't you get one of your collectors to search for it? Are they also incompetent? Because the corridors need no more dead from this village. Pharod. Strong, fast, clever. These are qualities my villagers do not have. They go below. They do not return. Pharod glances at you. Perhaps the dead will welcome their own, That is what I think, corpse. Do you know where the sphere is? Ah. Pharod's sigh is like shifting sand. And why do you suppose I ask you to look for it, corpse? I do not know where it is. I know it is very deep. Far deeper than any villager has ever gone. It may be in the catacombs where the waters run deep. Deep. Very well, I'll do it. But I want to know what I'm buying with this trinket. There's a lot of knowing rattling around in my brain box, corpse. He holds up a withered finger. One of them is this bit of wisdom. Everyone wants something, whether they know it or not. There is much I know about you. Much that you would want to know. Much that Dakan would like to know as well, presumably. Should I bluff him? I feel like this is the sort of man not to get easily intimidated, you know? And he might look like a frail old man right now with his walking stick, but for all I know, his walking stick is a magic staff and he can send me halfway to oblivion with a gaze. So, then again, maybe I should try to push back. Maybe he will respect that, you know? I don't know. I don't think I want to risk him dying before I get to learn anything useful, so I will see about finding the sphere for you in exchange for what you know. Very well. A deal struck, a deal made. Pharod cracks his crutch sharply against the flagstones. A sphere for a peek inside my brain box. Now, corpse, there is no time to waste. Go to the gate to the south and east and tell those slumbering fools to open it for you. Make haste, make haste. Okay, but what if I have some other questions before I leave?
Updated my journal.
Then asks! Pharod smacks his crutch on the cobbles as if passing sentence. Come, corpse. Time's short, and so's my patience. Well, we finally get to learn something from the person who can tell us the most. The question is, will he? As if passing sentence. Oh, this guy is clearly used to being the head of this court. Also, the throne is hand-shaped. I didn't really mention it, but it is interesting, isn't it? Maybe it's the symbol of him being part of the collector faction, you know, like hand, collector, no? Maybe. Anyway, when you greeted me, you said something about taking me on a jaunt to the mortuary. What did you mean? You tell me, corpse. Perhaps the dusties that live there are more to your liking than some sweet-bosomed wench. Pharod taps his crutch on the floor, the clacking echoing throughout the court. Most forgiving of the dusties. They let you stride in and out of there as you please, considering you don't have the decency to stay in the dead book. Okay, so I actually wanted to get into the mortuary. Why, though?
Updated my journal.
Pharod scoffs. Corpse, you were so bent to get in there. Now you spilled it, you don't even know why you wanted in there in the first place. Sometimes it's a wonder why the planes turn. It's true, and maybe I shouldn't have told him. But I feel like he's figured me out anyway. Well, that was not helpful of you. Let's try another one. What is this place? Pharod's eyes roll in his sockets, scanning across the ceilings, walls, and then the floor. This here's Illwind Court. Not a name of my choosing, thank you that kindly. And the kip outside this court is the buried village, corpse. The disrespect at him calling me corpse all the time. I mean, it's kind of what I am, but then again, I'm more than that, you know? This guy. I don't like you, Pharod. And I don't wonder why other people don't like you. I think we met a couple of people who were like, Pharod, stay away from him. Or I don't want to have anything to do with him. Okay, I'll bite. What is the buried village? Well now, There's a story. Pharod licks his lips again, then shrugs. But to tell true, the story bores me. The short of it, it's a piece of the hive that got bricked over one day. A piece of sigil. A piece of sigil got penned in the dead book. I'm having so much fun voice acting this. I'm sure I'm doing a terrible job, but I'm having so much fun. I'm afraid I might start speaking with a lisp too, though. So maybe I should tone it down a bit. Got bricked over one day. A piece of sigil. God damn it! Why did I start doing this? Got penned in the dead book. Well, what do you mean by that? You know when floating goat heads that serve the lady, them dabases? Well, no matter if you do or no, not, they go all around fixing, breaking, burying, building all the time. Do you follow? Yes, I follow. This reminds me of how early I am in the game. Still, like the game isn't sure that I've done all of that running around the hive because, you know, a lot of players would just beeline the main quest, and I basically did not every side quest. I think I picked up every side quest, but I did like half of the side quests available before coming here. So yeah, I do follow when you say dabasis or dabasis. I'm actually not sure what I should be pronouncing that word like. I think I've been saying dabasis, so let's just keep it up for consistency's sake. Go on. Well, as the chant goes, and a dusty chant it is too, being so old. Them dabasis just damn well bricked over a section of the hive one day, and all bodies just forgot about it. Well, that was definitely no coincidence, was it? This was on the orders of the lady. Dump a lot of trash on it, and soon nobody even knows it's there. Or here. Pharod smiles. Wicked, no? A piece of sigil all forgotten. Okay, and this was before you came here, obviously, since you're saying that this is such an old chant. So, how did you find it? I still have my eyes, corpse, and I still have my ears. And when you have enough sense to tie the two together, then finding the dark of any matter is not as hard as some make it out to be. Pharod rubs his filthy cloak. Now, was there something else you wanted to pick my brain box about? You didn't come to just hear about this rag hole, did you? I did not, but it's interesting. I heard you have found a wealth of bodies, Pharod. Where did they come from? That's right. That's a quest that we have, right? We are supposed to find that out for someone. I'm sure the journal will helpfully remind us who that is, but it's definitely something that we need to ask. Does a mage tell the secrets of his craft? So it is with the collector. Pharod frowns, studying you. Perhaps I will tell you, but you must promise that it is for your ears only. Are you comparing yourself to a mage, Pharod? I think you're insulting the crap. I wager this option is only available because I am a mage. Am I right in that? Tell me in the comments if I'm right there. Tell the secrets of his craft. Well, I mean, he's obviously putting them in the dead book himself, right? He's obviously killing people to create those bodies. Are you comparing yourself to a mage, Pharod? I think you're insulting the craft. My craft. Oh, by the way, a mage definitely does tell the secrets of their craft, because that's how I learned the craft in the first place. Pharod flushes and he taps his crutch against the ground. Collecting is as much a skill as any patty mageling can hold a copper to. Well, this is good. So his I'm blanking here on the word. The thing he's holding in his hand, which he's using to support himself. It's apparently not a magic wand. Staff, that's the word. His staff is not a magic staff, so I guess I don't have to be afraid of him blasting me to oblivion. Okay, why are we arguing the fine points of this metaphor? I don't know, but I'm having fun doing it. Pharod, finding a bunch of dead bodies and selling them can hardly compare to the study of magic. Oh, he's gonna hate me for this, isn't he? Whoa, and apparently I get XP for that. Was it not skill that found this place? Pharod's voice rises to a bellow and his fingers tighten around his crutch. Oh, crutch, that's the one. It took sense to find this place, it did. And it took sense to make the most of it. The buried village. Come on, what's the secret of that? Are we coaxing the secret of the village out of him? Alright, let's do this.
Updated my journal.
Very well. Pharod taps the flagstones with his crutch and sneers. This village is not all that lies buried beneath Rackpicker's Square. Go on, I'm not gonna stop you now. Chambers, vaults, corridors. Pharod gives the faintest of smiles and his eyes gleam like gold. Places, black as pitch, filled with weeping stones and the precious dead, all asleep in their coffins. Sleeping. I mean, you kind of told me about the dead already, right? You said that the dead would maybe welcome one of their own kind there, which is why you're sending me down there in the first place, right? Or did I learn anything new from this? Black as pitch, filled with weeping stones and the precious dead? Well, where do all these dead come from? Oh, this might be interesting. Pharod affixes you with a lopsided stare. Corpse, corpse. Everything dies. Life is so short, but death lasts for so very, very long. Many people, many deaths. His stare travels past you. Such a waste for their death to be useless in a Dusty's arms, eh? Hang on. Useless in a Dusty's arms? What are you saying? I thought you were supplying corpses to the Dustmen, which is why people want to know how you're doing it in the first place. What do you mean?
Updated my journal.
Pharod smiles greedily. Not all the dead that goes to the mortuary gate is fed to the furnace, corpse. The Dusties bury some of the dead in the city's bowels. Under the village, so near, so close, is such a place. I would have been a fool not to see opportunities. So you... hang on. You rob the catacombs of the dead, the Dustmen place there, sell them back to the Dustmen, and then they bury them again? You know what? I actually take back all the negative things I said about you. This sounds like the perfect business plan. I want in. This is great. I mean, I probably have to learn a bit more about the finer details, but holy shit, the entrepreneur in me is thinking like, yeah, this is really nice. All right, that's what you do, isn't it? Pharod nods, then chuckles lightly. The sound is like shifting sand. Imagine someone chuckling like shifting sand. These catacombs are as deep as a Dusty's pockets. And as deep as the greed of a man? Or greed of man? I'm not gonna say that, you know? I can respect the hustle. And even if I think it's a bit too greedy, my character... I don't know, I guess I just find it more... Then again, if I say it, maybe I'll learn something more. You know what? I'll say it, but don't take it the wrong way, Pharod. Oh yes, Pharod sneers. And the greed of man is something that shall always be counted upon when naught else is left, eh? Yes, it is. It's very clever, Pharod. I had some other questions, I think. Well, we asked these two already, but now I'm not sure if this dialogue will unlock something new now that we sort of persuaded him to tell us that... Okay, no. I have heard enough. Farewell. Right. So, well, we at least learned, if nothing else. I mean, we learned a bunch of things. Uh, Not all of them were too relevant, I feel like, but we learned... we learned where the corpses come from, and we learned that it's because the dustmen buried them. Now, that is interesting, because the dustmen's whole deal is supposed to be, burn the corpses, right? So, what's going on there? I mean, that would be interesting to learn, certainly. Hey, Pharod, do you mind if I rest here? I need to rest my companions, This is a pretty cool throne, but it doesn't look comfortable at all, to be honest. Now, where did you get this giant hand? Well, these are not really bones, are they? These don't have the shape of a hand's bones. These just look like a hand. A bit of a bony hand, maybe. What I'm trying to say is, like, is there a giant corpse underneath all this? But it would be cool if there were. But I'm not sure that's the conclusion I should draw from this yet. All right, let's get back and try and go underground. Who here? You were the one who... Yeah, wanted the lucky knife. So Pharod wants the bronze spear. I'm gonna read this journal entry because there is new stuff sometimes. I met Pharod in the buried village, and he told me he'd spilled a chant on everything I wanted to know. After I performed a small task for him, he wanted me to descend into the catacombs beneath the buried village and recover a bronze sphere. He thinks the sphere is located in the deepest part of the catacombs, where the water has drowned out the passageways. The entrance to the first part of the catacombs is in the southeast portion of the village past the gate. Pharod said to mention my task to the guards who will open the gates and allow me by, and that's what we are about to do. I mean, I'm not too worried about this dungeon, actually, because it seems to be an early game sort of dungeon, and I already have some upgrades. I bought myself the tattoos, I have 2 companions, so, well, more a default companion. So maybe this is going to kind of balance with the fact that my companions are almost dead. Barr's your cutter. Oh, Barr is, okay, it's this one, actually. You see a massive human dressed in cast-off patchwork clothing and reeking of old ale. He is truly huge. It's obvious he was chosen for this job for his brawn, not his brains. What do you want? Well... I don't know, tell me who you are first, but maybe if I mention that I spoke to Pharod first, he will be a little more receptive. But let's try it. Who are you? None of your damn business, frankly. Pike off. Answer a question or two? What do you want this time? I feel like these answers aren't actually going to be useful at all. Can you at least tell me of the area beyond? The Weeping Stone Catacombs. Lots of debtors, lots of crypts to loot. Okay, we heard something about the Weeping Stone. So why do they call it that exactly? A lot of water drips down from above. Makes it look like the walls are crying. Name follows. Okay, I got it. Can you tell me any of the specifics? Not much. Went down there myself only once or twice. Mostly it's others that go trolling for corpses down there. Gris is the one who did most of the looting, and we figure he's been caught by something down there and penned in the dead book. Gris? Haven't we seen a Gris? Yeah, Gris the Vulture. He and 2 of the boys went down there a few weeks ago. Not been seen since. If you find his body, bring it on back. He smiles at you like a jackal. We can sell it to the Dusties for some jink. Ha. I had some other questions. Okay, Pharod gave me his leave to go down to the catacombs. Can you open the gate? He swings open the gates. And get going, Burke. And don't waste our time. I feel like if I don't come back with the sphere, they might not even let me out. So, this is risky. Let's save the game, first of all. RPGs and saving your game. Name a more iconic duo.
I'm gone.
Looks like some rat, was it? I'm not sure, actually. I didn't see it all that well. This is a generic human skull. It is not as talkative as Mort, but perhaps that's just as well. I mean, if we had an army of these skulls, we could take on the world. So, I do want another one. This grave has been thoroughly desecrated. This grave has been thoroughly desecrated. This grave has been thoroughly desecrated. Okay, I get the picture. What is this icon? I don't think I've ever seen this icon. Oh, so it's like... Oh, it's interaction with corpses. That's quite specific. Or I guess it's interaction with any sort of... No, actually, no. Just corpses so far. The corpse is fairly fresh, within the last couple of weeks or so anyway, and large parts of it have been gnawed away by rat teeth. The forehead skin on the corpse looks like someone really brained this poor sod. You nudge it with your toe, and it flops around bonelessly. Nothing useful here. Fairly fresh, though. That's why we saw the rat running away. The corpse lies motionless. No amount of prodding and poking induces it to say or do anything. I guess it's not a zombie then. Yes, very perceptive. Now this one is just a dead body, whereas this one, I mean the other one had a name.
Done.
Which was again Bert. Okay. I mean it makes sense for the graves here on the edges of the catacombs to be thoroughly desecrated. And let's do some desecrating of our own. Actually, I'm kind of surprised that there was some jink in there. These skeletons don't appear to have been hurled from sarcophagi. They look as though they were fighting and had been cut down. By the way, have you been noticing me using sigil slang more and more lately? I'm learning to speak the chant, you know. Despite the peaceful appearance of the skeletons atop these biers, it is apparent the graves have been professionally looted. Ah, professionally looted, I love it. Fighting and cut down, yeah, okay. And we have some ghouls coming for us.
Huh?
Now, let's send in Mort.
Sure, why not? My jaw is hanging on by a thread. Would you give me a hand here?
Yeah, this doesn't look too great. I mean, Mort can avoid hits like no one else, but he still takes hits, you know? So I feel like I might have to use some consumables to get by here. Antler Axe. Excuse me? Usable only by fighters. Primitive cultures oftentimes used parts of animals as weapons. This appears to be the horns of some creature that have been made into a crude battle axe of sorts. Okay, that's an original concept, but I actually think I might have seen that in one of the early episodes, not too far back. I think. By the way, let's listen to the new combat music for a bit. Okay, that rat really tried to hit Mort. That was just embarrassing. My spell selection here isn't really great here, is it? We might have to come back and rest up and sort of pick our spells more carefully, but let's make some progress here, just a bit of it maybe, if I can do that. Still took some small damage. Oh, his companion sort of portrait changed. He honestly looks to be half dead, which well actually he is more than half dead, but The scarred face drips with humidity. It appears to be weeping.
Done.
Yes, so we've been told, so I'm glad to see that wasn't a lie. Now, a gold ring. The exterior of this gold ring has a series of engravings on its surface, but you can't make out their significance. Whatever its past purpose, it might be worth quite a few coins to a local merchant. Well, well, well. And to a local merchant, we shall take it. Let's just give this stuff to someone else. Maybe this is not a good idea, because Mort feels like he might die here. And I think I've already used my resurrection ability, and I haven't rested since, so... Huh. This might be a bit trickier. Now, this place seems quite large. Let's take a look at the map. Oh, yes. And there are some passages to the Crypt of the Embraced, to the Shattered Crypt. Oh god, this is going to be a huge dungeon, isn't it? Okay, I feel like I want to explore this first map first, you know? Just to get a sense of where things are. Ah, this would be a perfect opportunity to throw some
in enduring, grow strong.
area of effect spell here, but I'm not sure if I have one. Person touched, one creature. Well, I don't think I do, really. And the nameless one has... Again, one creature, okay. Nothing too useful I have here. I don't know, I guess I'll have to con attack here. Or maybe all of my companions, really. Just let's get rid of these rats. Oh, this is not going well, is it? Already taking a lot of damage. Oh, that's right. The cranium rats are in a pack, so they are much more intelligent and much more powerful, even, right? What the fuck is going on there?
I'm gone.
Okay. They cast ball lightning on Mort? How did they do that? Can I... Okay, I can. Hang on, which one is Mort though? Is this Mort? Or is this just a rat? How can I tell? Yikes. Mort, where are you? Oh, this is you, okay. Can I mean, I wouldn't be able to use it if, but then again, the icon says this, I'm really not sure what I'm doing here. This looks exactly the same as all the other loot icons. Oh, that's right, use it by dragging on the portrait, of course, now I remember. Okay, let's heal up Mr. Mort over here. And, oh, we actually lost the aggro, which is good. Now, this might be a sign for us to get out of here. So, we verified that cranium rats are indeed quite powerful. And I have to watch out for them. Now, let's maybe peek in this area as well. No. Okay, no. Let's not peek, actually. Let's get the hell out of here. Let's hightail it out of here. Mort, what are you doing? Okay. Come here. Just run away, man. I don't want to have to resurrect you again if I even can. Let's get out of here. We came in severely underprepared.
All right.
Now, the question is, can we just go through? The door is fucking locked. Are you serious here? Right. You got what Pharod wanting, Burke? Not yet. If you don't have it, why are you wasting my time? The guard chortles to himself. Well, I don't have it, but I do have something you might be interested in. Are you serious? I have to bribe this guy to let me out to even rest. Man, this is tough. Yeah. What might that be? How do you like 10 coins? Don't think so. 25? You're getting warm, Burke, but you ain't there yet. Jesus, alright. 50. A smile wreathes his ugly face. That's good enough. Pass it through and I'll open the gate. Here you go. You'll find it's all there. He hefts it, coins spilling through his fingers, and says, "Feels like enough." He opens the gate. Farewell for now. Well, that... I'm not sure if that was worth it. Now, I know I could have used some consumables to heal up all of our characters here, but it's also the spells, you know, I haven't really prepared any good spells there, so I think I want to do that before I head into this place again. Let's have a quick rest at, hang on, this is the seamstress's house. This is the last place I want to be now. I thought this was the exit to Rackmaker Square, but no.
All right.
This is actually the place. And the way back is quite complicated, isn't it?
I'm gone.
The trash warrants. Oh god, there's so much backtracking here. You have to go... Oh, you have to go all the way there. That's right. And you have to get attacked by thugs on the way. This is not the easiest place to get back to. Guys, let me pass, okay? Let us pass here. Just... We don't want any trouble right now.
I'm gone.
Mebeth, I require your services. Now, can my characters get through there? Or, okay, they can't, so I have to thrust the junk into the archway and go through here. No. Okay, the AI in this game is really not all that smart, is it? Something to think about. Or something to get used to, rather. Okay, so... Yeah, I think I actually have to change my spellbook before I rest, right? So let's make sure I do this the right way here. Where's the spellbook again? See, this is how little I've been using it. Mage spellbook, so we have some level 2 spells. Blood Bridge, which is the one that gives health to the target. You know, that could be useful for when Mort is low on health, because, again, he's the tank, so I send him in first. You know, that's what I tend to do. Now, do we have any spells that I might want to learn right now? Scroll of Armor. The spell grants an armor class of 6 to the target. Cumulative with dexterity bonuses, but nothing else. I think it would be useful for Mort, right? So let's learn the spell, and this one is the Scroll Identify, and I already know Identify, so I don't need that particularly. Scroll of Fist of Iron. The caster's fist, the strength and durability of iron, turning it into a living weapon. Any punches the caster does will do more damage than normal. Oh, it only works on the nameless one. Okay, I was gonna say maybe I should use the spell for Dakon. But it only works on me. When cast, all his normal punch attacks are +3 to hit and +6 to damage. Honestly, that's pretty nice. He can't cast spells though. Well, let's copy it. Okay, can I? Hang on. If I press copy it here, will it copy it into Dakon's spellbook actually? Not sure. Let's just make sure I put it here first. All right, we got anything else? Anything else magical at all? Doesn't seem like it. So, armed with new spells, we are here now. Identify. I really don't need this. Chromatic Orb, what does that do again? Large magical orb of color, which does, damage based on the level. Hang on, how do I upcast this? How do I cast a higher level spell, though? I'm actually not sure how that works. I don't think I figured that out yet. Let's add the armor. How many can I? Okay, so yeah, these are like my slots that I got here. So I get 5 spells in total. Let's do the armor. Let's do Fist of Iron, maybe twice. Let's put in the orb, sure. And then do I want identify? I mean, I have the identify scrolls if I need to identify anything. Let's maybe do another armor. You know, I feel like that will be useful down there. What about Blood Bridge though? Actually, let's put in some blood. Oh, that's right. These are individual for each. Okay, never mind. Then I can do armor and I can do two Blood Bridge because I have nothing else anyway. Mort has no spells, obviously. And the cons is power of 1, increases the target's strength score by a certain number of points. Bestow a strength of 21 or greater. Okay. Cannot bestow a strength of 21 or greater. Yeah, that's useful. We can cast this on Mort. Now, he doesn't have as many slots here, which I assume that's because he's a hybrid class, right? He's a fighter and a mage. Scripture of Steel, Reign of Anger, Velkar's Eye. Okay, this could actually be quite useful for the creatures throwing stuff at me, you know, or you know, shooting spells at me, let's say. Protect the recipient from attacks in all directions, sure. Strike a target unerringly. All right. I think this is it for now. Mort is just a mage, so there's nothing for him to learn, I believe. Mabeth, I am in need of healing first. Take a deep breath, you know, heal all my characters. And then I'm gonna rest here. Alright, I think we can skip this. And we are fully rested, fully healed up, and ready to head back in. But that will wait for the next episode. Thank you for joining me today. We made some progress. We finally met Pharod, and I feel like the next time will be quite an entertaining episode as well. So thank you for joining me, and I'll see you then. Bye.